Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. Right now, the Liberty Lake City Council is discussing what's become a divisive ordinance, giving themselves more control over the city's library and possibly even what books are allowed on the shelves. 2 weeks ago, there was so much public comment against the ordinance that meeting didn't end until 10:59 p.m. Our reporter is inside the meeting. Give us a live look at where that discussion stands right now. If approved, council members would have the power to approve or deny all library policies with a simple majority vote. They could appoint a council member to attend library board meetings as an observer and give the mayor the power to appoint and remove library employees, including the librarian. Council members passed a similar ordinance earlier this year, but the mayor, Chris Kaminskis, vetoed it. At the time, council did not have the votes to override her veto, but now they may for the next few weeks. Tonight's meeting started at 7 p.m. We will have an update on where the meeting stands coming up on KREM 2 News at 11 tonight. And just into our newsroom, within the last 2 hours, Kootenai County detectives have identified the human remains found in Idaho last week. Jacob Keith Fulweiler was reported missing back in February of this year. The 36-year-old was from Rathdrum. His remains were found on November 26 by hunters in the Twin Lakes area. The cause of death and toxicology report have not been released. We will update you as soon as we learn more. And take a look at this. Severe flooding in Roseburg, Washington trapped 5 people. The U.S. Coast Guard was called in to rescue them. According to the report, 4 feet of water surrounded their home. No one was injured. That's not the only flooding happening in western Washington today. This video was taken in Arlington. You can see just how deep that pool is as the truck tries to make its way through it. The storm that hit parts of the state today was fueled by an atmospheric river. The dangerous conditions spread all the way down to Oregon. On that note, we have been seeing a good amount of rain here in the inland northwest, nothing compared to what they are seeing on the west side of the state. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legout joining us now with what we can expect in the days to come. Jeremy?
A few places over on the west side already picked up a few inches of rain today. Some places close to a half a foot of rain. For us, not even close, but some communities already feeling the brunt of it. We do have some of those, let's see if we can get this graphic to go back to where it needs to be. There we go. Flood advisories in effect through Thursday. Basically, all of the rain is falling on snow. That snow is melting and causing some drainage problems. So in places like Sandpoint or Colville or Chihuahua or Newport, we have the possibility of seeing some of the roads fill up with water. We've already seen it in places like Sandpoint, and that likely remains the case as we head through the day tomorrow. Not until we melt some of that snow does that danger subside. What we do have is even more moisture moving in. Catching a break right now in Spokan, but expect the rain to grow more widespread overnight. We wake up to another round of it tomorrow. Catch a break kind of mid to late morning into early afternoon, and then it's more rain back later on in the day. Thursday, a little cooler, less rain, we'll say, and then Friday, a chance of snow.
All right, sounds good. Jeremy will check back in with you later in the broadcast. Happening tomorrow, community members impacted by the Gray Fire at Medical Lake can attend a meeting to learn more about cleanup and recovery. Some of the things that will be addressed include tax rebates and a fundraising announcement. The Gray Fire was one of the 2 major wildfires that burned more than 20,000 acres back in August. The meeting starts at 6:30 tomorrow night at the Medical Lake High School auditorium. Also tomorrow, Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson will announce a major payout for more than 400,000 Washingtonian households. More than $40 million have been awarded to some Washingtonians as a result of a price-fixing lawsuit on tuna and chicken. Ferguson is expected to announce who will receive the money from that lawsuit. They mailed the first round of checks just yesterday. And Spokane's incoming mayor, Lisa Brown, laid out what she wants to focus on when she takes over in less than a month from now. At a press conference today, Brown announced she has 5 transitional committees to help navigate some top priorities. They'll focus on public safety and criminal justice, health and housing options, the regional economy, the city's budget and sustainability, and families and neighborhoods. These groups will look at issues facing Spokane and guide Brown's administrative priorities.
I want this to be everything from we need to do this now, very action oriented, to here's where we're headed. I want it to be about this is what we should be measuring, this is where we are, and this is where we want to go.
The different committees will now meet to identify and discuss those priorities before Brown takes office in January. Right now, you can text the keyword mayor to 509-448-2000 to let us know what you think about Brown's plan. Spokan will reopen tonight after closing down for an outbreak of respiratory illness among their dogs. The shelter has been closed for adoption since last October. In a post on Facebook, Spokan said the dogs are doing better and there is no longer a risk of spreading the infection. Right now, adoptions are by appointment only Monday through Saturday. And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Today we know someone inside Walmart yelled gun this weekend right before a suspect was shot and killed by police. That's according to the Spokan County Sheriff's Office. The incident happened at around 9:30 Sunday morning when an officer at the North Spokan Walmart requested backup for shoplifter prevention. Witnesses say the suspect tried to leave the store when he was confronted by the officers. Police say a short physical fight happened and they tased the suspect, but it wasn't effective. That's when police shot and killed the suspect. Anyone with additional information on that shooting is asked to call Crime Check. Spokan police are investigating after a man was found dead in the road early this morning. Someone called 911 at around 5:30 this morning to report the body in the middle of Pettit Drive in the West Central neighborhood. Emergency crews determined the man was dead when they got to the scene, but they say it's still too early to know exactly what happened. The identity of that man will be released by the medical examiner's office at a later date. The man accused of murdering 4 of his neighbors in a Kellogg, Idaho apartment this summer is scheduled to go before a jury in March. New court documents release dates and deadlines for the case. The trial was previously set for January, but that date was vacated back in November. Major John Kaler's trial now set to begin March 4th of 2024. He is charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of burglary. Police in Kennewick found a murder suspect dead this afternoon. The suspect was believed to have shot and killed a man originally from Meade. 48-year-old Travis Kitchen was found on the side of the road with multiple gunshot wounds. Police say the incident was not random. They say the victim and the suspect knew each other. The suspect's cause of death is unknown at this hour. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. Well, tonight we are learning more about that massive explosion we brought to you as breaking news last night. The blast leveled that home and rocked the Virginia neighborhood. At the time, police were attempting to execute a search warrant after they say 56-year-old James Yu recklessly shot flares across the neighborhood. Remains were found inside the house, and tonight the suspect is presumed to be dead. No one else was seriously hurt. Police still don't have a motive, they say. The suspect had contacted the FBI through phone calls, online tips, and letters claiming that he was a victim of fraud. In other national news, presidents of several of the nation's most prestigious universities were asked to explain an alarming outbreak of anti-Semitism on campus today. Several students also spoke on their experience to give lawmakers an idea of what it's been like since the October 7th terror attacks that sparked the war between Israel and Hamas.
I was forced to leave my study group for my doctoral exams halfway through the semester because my group members told me that the people at the Nova Music Festival deserved to die because they were partying on stolen land.
I, along with most of campus, sought refuge in our rooms, as classmates and professors chanted proudly for the genocide of Jews while igniting smoke bombs and defacing school property.
Penn and Harvard are among a growing list of schools that also includes Columbia and Cornell, now under investigation by the Department of Education over incidents of alleged discrimination. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less